What's up, everyone? Welcome to my channel. My name is Ashley, and I hope this is the last time I have to record myself telling my story, because this is probably the 100th time I've tried to record myself. But today I am going to talk about what my channel is going to be looking like, what kind of things I'm going to be posting within the next couple of weeks. And then I want to talk to you guys a little bit about my story and kind of how I got to where I am today. So my channel is going to be a lot about health and fitness and how to build confidence within yourself, especially confidence because I am starting a new program that has to do with confidence, which I will talk about later, and just overall well-being. So welcome, and let's get right into my story. So let's backtrack it. I am from Plymouth, Massachusetts, so the South Shore of Massachusetts, and I am 23 years old, and I am currently in grad school to get my master's in human performance for nutrition. I am a certified personal trainer, and I went to Bridgewater State University where I got my bachelor's in health studies and nutrition. But let's go back to 8th grade. So in 8th grade, I suddenly lost my mother to alcoholism. And the reason why I bring this up first is because I think a lot of what I do now and how I think, as well as the things that I believe in, have a lot to do with my mother's passing. We'll talk a little bit about this as I tell my story, but I definitely wanted to say that first because she kind of follows me wherever I go in my story. So when she did pass away, there was a lot that changed and kind of got to where I am now. So after she passed away, I basically had to take on the role of a mother figure in my own life and the life of my brother and my father. My father works 7 days a week and he works the overnights. So it was a bit of a shock to all of us, but especially him, because he kind of had to take on 2 roles now with the help of me. And my brother no longer had a mother figure to grow up with. So a lot of things changed. I had to do the grocery shopping for my house. I had to schedule the appointments. I basically had to become an adult at 14, 15. I don't know how old you are in the 8th grade, but it's kind of crazy to think about, but it's definitely why I am the person I am today. So let's fast track it to freshman year of high school. I have always been an outgoing and active person, always doing sports. So when I entered high school, I signed up to do track and field. And it was during my high school years, especially, when I started to realize that people had a problem, or they just looked at me differently because of the way I looked. I was probably 100 pounds soaking wet, which for me, I know was probably not a healthy weight, but I simply didn't know how to change it. I didn't have the resources, I didn't have the knowledge, I didn't have the support system at the time to kind of help me, make better and healthy choices, because I would eat junk food all the time, which I know is kind of hard to think of if you know me, but it was true. And with that, I had to, take what people were saying about me, and I just kind of dealt with it for the first 4 years of, high school. And people would, look at me weird. I would get the occasional, "Oh, you're a stick," or "You're a twig." And then the lovely comments where people would be like, "Oh, you can eat whatever you want because you're not going to gain any of that weight." Like, I wish I could have gained some of that weight. But I would constantly be surrounded by just people negatively looking at my body. And it wasn't until I went into college where I realized that it was an issue. But even still, I didn't really have too much knowledge or anything that I could help myself with. I started to really become interested in food after my mother passed away because, like I said before, I had to do the grocery shopping. And the way that I viewed food after my mom passed away was that you are what you eat, and what you put into your body, you get out. And I think if she had some type of guidance with overall nutrition and health, things would have been a little bit different. But it was definitely after my mom's passing where I really started to, pay attention to what I was putting into my body. So now, let's fast track it. I'm in college, and I ran track for the first 2 years of being in college. And I originally had went to Bridgewater to become a teacher. And I was sitting in my math class one day, and I was like, no, I can't do this. But props to all the teachers out there. You're amazing. So I ended up getting the sheet of paper from the registrar's office to switch my major. And I remember looking, and I was like, you can major in health and nutrition? Like, I literally had no idea. So I was like, all right, I'll try this. And then I ended up absolutely falling in love with it. But I still had a tough time with my weight and just my overall confidence and body image. I didn't really show it as much to people because I didn't want to, bombard my problems upon other people's problems. So I kind of kept my mouth shut about it. And it wasn't until track started in college, and we would do our sprints and our running workouts during the day, and then we would lift at night. But the thing is, we would lift with the guys, which for some people that might not be intimidating, but for a lot of people, and for me at that time, it was. And especially when men are lifting 200, 300 pounds, squatting and deadlifting right in front of your face when you have a training bar and you're going into the corner to lift because you're so embarrassed, is not good. So that's kind of where I hit rock bottom, and I just felt so weak and just not good because I was comparing myself to other people, especially men who were just working out right in front of me. I don't know why we worked out with the men, but I would literally go in the corner and just exclude myself from everyone because I was the weakest one in the group. But I ended up stopping track for other reasons after my sophomore year, and I, for the first time, wasn't doing sports for the first time in I don't know how long. I had been doing sports ever since I could walk. So it was a big change for me, and I had control over what I could do for myself, nutritionally and physically. So I started going to the gym by myself, and I had some background after taking classes at Bridgewater with health and exercise and all that jazz, but I still didn't feel confident, and I think it rooted from just feeling so weak in front of other people. But I soon just began to literally put myself in uncomfortable positions, because let me tell you, the first way to push yourself out of your comfort zone is to literally put yourself out into where you don't feel comfortable, where you need to push yourself out of your comfort zone. So I would go to the gym and blast my music, not care about what anyone thought about me, because that's the only way that I knew I would be able to do it. And I would just go into the men's section. Don't ever call it that, because both men and women can go to that section. But I would go into there and just do my own thing. And I realized that no one gives a shit what I'm doing at the gym. Johnny or whoever it is isn't gonna go tell his friends, oh my God, there was this girl lifting only 10 pounds for bicep curls. Like, at least I'm out there. So I kind of drilled this mentality into my head and started building confidence within not only myself, but other people. I started bringing my friends to the gym with me because they felt confident when they were around me. And I specifically brought one of my friends, Katie, to the gym with me, and she started coming to the gym with me a lot because she wanted to start her own health and fitness journey herself, but she just didn't know how to. And there was a lot of lack of confidence that I helped build within her. And it was at that point where she could go to the gym and do her own thing. She didn't need me anymore. I mean, it was nice to have me around to work out with, but she didn't need me anymore. And it was at that point where I realized that I needed to become a certified personal trainer. So I went to go get my certification, and I started working at gyms, and I learned so much from not only just like textbooks and sitting in the classroom, but from teaching other people that I have confidence, I can help other people, and I can take what I learned and apply it to myself. So now I am so much different. My body looks a lot different. I have gained over 15 pounds of muscle within myself, and that was a huge goal for me in college. And now here I am. I have a whole different, aspect on fitness and just how I feel overall, how my confidence levels have changed. And now I am taking what I learned and helping other women or men build that confidence within themselves, whether it is mentally, physically, emotionally, to be the healthiest versions of themselves. So that's kind of my story. Like I said, I'm a lot different now with the way that I think and the way that I portray confidence. But looking back where I was in 8th grade and freshman year, sophomore year of high school, I'm a totally different person now. And I created a program, and it is called AP Confidence. If you look down in the details below, you'll see that you can schedule a one-on-one call with me to talk about, what you're struggling with in regards to fitness, nutrition, confidence, and we'll set up a chat. If you click the Calendly link, you can schedule a time to meet with me and see if you would be a good fit for my program. But that is my story. Moral of the story is confidence is key. Trust the process. And yeah. So I look forward to chatting with you guys and talking about the things that I love and the things that I am passionate about to help inspire you guys. So please click the subscribe button above, I think. I'm new to YouTube. And stay tuned. I'll see you soon. Bye.